We all love riding our bikes. Of course we do. We're absolutely smitten with our two-wheel steeds.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But sometimes riding your bike every day, all day, can really take its toll.
Which is why in this video we're going to show you a few signs that you may be starting to burn out.
Yeah, so you can take a quick break and get back to stomping on those pedals with a new sense of vigour. Right, off you go, off you go. Come on, get stomping on those pedals, you little giant man.
Burning out is an actual condition, and generally if you're suffering from it, you'll experience things like a decline in performance and also high levels of fatigue. There are a few different triggers to look out for which may cause burnout. Just riding a single sport is one such trigger.
Yeah, I'm definitely guilty of that.
Yeah.
And I guess riding a long endurance sport also.
Yeah, I've done that. Definitely done that, as is sudden and large increases in training volume.
That one I've definitely done.
You've done that.
Yeah.
Also, pressure from parents, especially when a rider is at a young age, can be a cause of burnout too.
Think of that one. Mark Beaumont has definitely pressured me into some things.
Well, I was going to say Hank's dad doesn't pressurise you, but yeah, Mark Beaumont's kind of like your...
He's pressure.
Yeah. There are a few other triggers to look out for though. High anxiety levels and also a low self-esteem can lead a rider to overcompensate, overtrain, and that can cause burnout too.
Yeah, so what are the signs that you guys should look for to show you if you're burning out? Now, this is a serious one, so take note.
So the main one to look out for is high levels of fatigue and a prolonged recovery compared to normal. So you're training lots and lots harder and harder, but you just can't get on top of that recovery and you're always feeling tired. I've been there myself, it's a horrible feeling. You kind of get in this vicious cycle of fatigue because your performance is dropping, so you think you need to train harder result, and that just makes you more tired. And you get there quite gradually too, it's not a kind of instant fatigue hit, so you don't often realise how tired you are. If you're feeling this yourself, that is a good sign you may be experiencing burnout.
Now, you'd expect that with all that fatigue that you'd get the best night's sleep. Sleep would be easy. You would get the best sleep known to humanity. But you're wrong. If you're burnt out, you're actually going to struggle to catch those Z's. You're going to find it hard to get sleep. You're going to find it to stay asleep, and you'll keep waking up lots. And then once you've had a good night's sleep and then you wake up, you just don't feel refreshed. Now, these are all signs that you're burning up or you're burnt out.
Irritability is a key marker of burnout too. I'm not talking about when you hit your head on the door frame and really get a bit angry with yourself, or you step in dog poo. So in the next few hours, you're out of your shoe and your living room and your bedroom because you just stepped through it everywhere, and that is pretty maddening. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those little things when you're just irritable all the time. You're not quite feeling yourself. Low patience levels, isn't that right, Hank?
Yeah, you know when you kind of put your shirt on the wrong way around and you just get so annoyed. We are making light of the situation, but if it's all the time, then this could be a telltale sign. I mean, if you're riding your bike all day, every day, and then you're feeling a bit angry and a bit irritable and a bit worn out, this is definitely a sign that it could be burnout. Now, loss of motivation is another one. When you're finding it really hard to motivate yourself to head out on the bike, you just can't do it. I mean, you see the road, but the last thing you want to do is get on your bike.
I don't think Hank has ever really experienced a loss of motivation, if I'm honest. Hank is a one-off, a unique person in this world, a very special individual. The point is, though, that you don't have to experience all these signs of burnout to necessarily be potentially suffering from it. You could just be experiencing one or two, so it's worth noting down these points, understanding them, and looking out for them.
But Conor's right. If you're really struggling to head out on the bike and you're stuck at home, this could be a sign of burnout.
It's a good idea to get into the habit of measuring your resting heart rate every morning, especially if you've got some serious goals you're working towards. It's a good idea because you want to understand how your resting heart rate adapts or changes to different cycles of your training. So when you're really pushing on hard, or when you're resting up, taking lots of recovery rides. It's a good thing to do because it's a good sign that you may be experiencing burnout if your resting heart rate does stay elevated for long periods and doesn't drop down to what it normally is whilst you're recovering. And if it does stay high like that, that is a potential sign of burnout, or at least a marker that you're heading down that route and it's potentially time to take some rest days, back things off and rest up before it gets too late.
You're struggling to maintain normal routines. Say you head out on a train ride or a nice road ride, whatever you want to call it, and then you get home and you just can't get on with normal day-to-day life or your normal routine, like cleaning your bike or doing the washing up or even walking the dog. Yes, that sense of can't be bothered. You know, when you wake up in the morning, you're just feeling like you've got a bit of a cold and you just wake up and you go, nah, just not today, but all the time. I mean, hands up if we've been there.
Last up, loss of appetite is a sign you may be experiencing burnout too. Now, this is very rare for me to suffer from this one, but I have experienced it on a few occasions, mainly at longer grand tours. Once you get into the second or third week of racing, it does kind of become a chore to eat. It's really strange. You're so tired, you have to really motivate yourself to actually get the calories in and get that food in, which is what you really need to replenish any lost energy. If you're suffering from this yourself, day to day, maybe really pushing hard on the bike for consecutive periods, weeks, months, and suddenly just mealtime turns a bit of a chore, that's another sign of burnout. So if you're suffering from burnout, you think you're suffering from it, what is the best way to treat it? How do you recover from it?
Now, we would definitely advise you seek a medical professional's help, and they can advise you on your specific case. But there's no doubt that the best treatment for burnout is rest, and lots of it.
Yeah, generally the recommended amount of time is 4 to 12 weeks, which is a long time, isn't it? But you shouldn't avoid light exercise, you just avoid the sport which caused the burnout, cycling in our case. But light exercise is good. In another sport, try something different, get the body moving in another way whilst at the same time recovering fully.
Yeah, now how to prevent from burnout, you may ask, and what you could do is have 1 or 2 days totally off the bike, but make sure you enjoy riding your bike in the first instance. And what you could also do is implement a week or 2 off the bike during a couple of months period of cycling.
Yeah, and also pay attention to the signs of burnout, which we've discussed in this video, because if you're experiencing maybe just 1 or 2 of those signs, that's a good indicator that you need to take some time off the bike, rest up a bit, recover, let your body get back to normal without getting burnout, getting to that place where you need to have a whole chunk of time off in order to recover fully.
Yeah. So there you have it, a few pointers of how to prevent burnout and, well, the signs of burnout.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section down below if you've ever experienced burnout yourself, how you've recovered from it, how you overcame it, because it can be a nasty beast to overcome. I've suffered from it myself, and it's just that fatigue day in, day out. You just never get over it. Quite a tough one. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to get involved in that comment section below. But I reckon it's about time we get off this mountain because it's absolutely freezing. Yeah, we've been burnt out from the wind today. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you on the next video.